Okay, the last of our inspiring stories comes from Lochwinnoch Sustainable Community Garden over on the west. So hopefully we've got Mo here.
Yep, here I am.
Hi, Mo. Do you want to give a little introduction before I show the film?
Yeah, sure. I'll just do kind of about the garden, etc. So, thank you so much for letting us come and share what we're doing with you, with everything. I just want to say I'm just blown away by how different groups use the environment, use plants to help so many different people. Just a little connection for me. I worked in the Beats and I'm a physio to trade, and I worked in the Beats when it was still in the Gartnavel before the wonderful Beatson Centre was built. And I'm just my heart is so warm thinking of what you're doing for all these fantastic healthcare people and patients. Anyway, our garden in Lochwinnoch, we're a small community. There's just over 3,000 people live in Lochwinnoch. We're actually very lucky in this part of Renfrewshire, where Lochwinnoch is situated. We're beside the RSPB. Some of you might know that. We're also part of the Muirshire Regional Park. We're also part of Route 7 cycle network. It comes right through the village. And we also have a very vibrant group of people in the village called Force for Nature. So we're kind of linked with all of these people. But anyway, a wee bit about our garden, how we think it helps health and well-being. So for our volunteers and others working in the garden, obviously there's a physical activity of the work. We're outside in the fresh air. We're interacting with nature and our beautiful garden environment. We've built lots of bird boxes and bat boxes along with the RSPB. So being in the garden for many of our volunteers, it reduces isolation. A lot of our volunteers are on their own. It provides us with fun and a sense of purpose in what we do for the garden and our village. And that obviously enhances our mental health and well-being. We really want to share our garden, so we encourage visitors to the garden to use it as a quiet haven, to enjoy the peace, the beauty and the tranquility. Many people in our village don't have a garden, so we encourage them to come down and use this as their own garden. We've got two very big picnic benches and numerous other seats and benches for people to enjoy. We encourage families and passing walkers and cyclists to enter the garden. We're on Sustrans Route 7. Our primary 7 and toddlers regularly visit our garden for outdoor education with their keen outdoor education teacher. And many of our local organisation and groups use the garden for outdoor meetings so that they don't have to pay for facilities. We have lots of other events in our garden. We have a week-long feel-good festival in September, which is fantastic. And we had a very long worm that lived in our garden, and children had to come and find the worm, and they were learning all about the earth, looking for things around the village. We're also part of the Lochwinnoch Arts Festival, and we have lots of events in the garden, and we're part of the Renfrewshire Cycle Festival and also Digging It, which is our local larder, which supplies food to our community, and we give them fresh vegetables. So in addition to all of that, we grow, like lots of the other groups that lauder their plants for our village. We've got 40 planters around the village and 20 hanging baskets and more this year for our shops and businesses to enhance the beauty of our village, and in turn we hope make people feel well and enjoy living in the village. We have a very strong focus on pollinating plants too, to encourage our nature. So to finish off, our garden, we hope, enhances many aspects of physical and mental health and well-being in our community, but not only for those working in the garden, but we aim to extend the benefits to as many in our local and wider community as well. So thank you very much. And we have a little video for the garden.
Thanks. We'll start the video.
I'm Willie, and we're at Lochwinnoch Community Garden. We've been going now, well, about 3 years since I retired. I think it stems from my farming background. And as soon as Morag heard that I had completely retired, she was across the road, knocking my door, saying, why don't you come down to the community garden? We could use somebody like you with your knowledge. And it all sort of stemmed from there. And when I came here and I saw the potential, I thought, wow, look at this place, just absolutely going to waste. I mean, there was nothing here, it was just wilderness, dead desert. Had been for, I don't know, about 8 years.
So I came down with much trepidation, expecting to find, you know, a load of old fogies standing about talking. In actual fact, I came down and we are an older bunch, but very enlivening in some way. You know, it's been the best year I've had since I lived up here. It's been absolutely brilliant. Made a lot of friends, grown a lot of stuff, lots of backaches. But it's really good. It gets you involved with the village and you find out different things about the village, you know, the village life and different walks to go on and what have you. We swap plants and grow things for each other as well as just our own stuff. And there's nothing nicer than somebody, a near neighbour of ours came in and said, I want to buy some plants for the garden, but I kill everything. So we sent her away with some bomb-proof stuff. And I met her a few days ago and she said, oh, those plants are doing really well. She was really pleased with them. So that gives you a real feeling of achievement, you know, that you're actually doing something.
Over the past couple of years, we've built all these raised beds. We've built up the number of bedding plants that we do and for round about the village. And we've now got, I think, something like 25 hanging baskets. All the shops are now taking hanging baskets, so we supply all the plants for that, and they're all growing in here in the tunnel.
You come down first thing in the morning and the birds are out singing their heads off and digging away yourself. It's lovely, it really is. It's a nice spot. We're extremely lucky and really lovely views as well. When you're not digging and you actually get to look up, the views are lovely. It's really nice.
Well, I think it's great, isn't it? You know, everybody gets involved. I mean, we've now got a good team.
But coming down here, you get to know people, you have chats about their families or their backgrounds, where they've worked in the past and all that sort of thing. It's really good for you.
I mean, everybody mentions the hanging baskets and what we've done. I mean, you get reports on Facebook, people saying, oh, these hanging baskets are great, you know, the village is looking fantastic now, and thanks to the community garden team. And hey, we get comments like that. So everybody enjoys the whole thing, the whole scene.
I hope that it makes people appreciate what we have got here. It's just gilding the lily, really, because it's such a beautiful area. It brings a village together somehow. You know, the whole village looks pretty.
I mean, sometimes when I come in here, the first thing I do in the morning is look to see how many tomatoes are ready, and I'll just have one straight away, straight off the vine. And my wife, when she goes out walking in the morning, she comes in via here at 7:30 in the morning to see if there's any tomatoes.
Come down here, sit on a bench and read a book and just enjoy it, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the fresh air. It does you good, it's good for you, keeps you young.
Keeps me sane. Keeps me sane.
Right, I'm going.
Thank you for sharing that, Mo. I love the bird song. I just was feeling very relaxed listening to that. But like with all the other presenters, please pass on our thanks to all the volunteers involved, and what an amazing community garden